wanting to talk with one of our developers?
Yeah, I would like to interview one of your developers for my channel, and then in return you could say he works here, and then I could say, hey, if you guys are interested in a job, then you can go to STG.
Perfect. Let me talk to my marketing girl. Her name is Martha. I'll reach out to her, see if that's something of interest, and I'll get back in touch with you.
Okay. Do you want me to like follow up with an email or anything?
Yeah, you can do whatever you'd like.
Okay, could you give me her email?
Yep, let me get out of this screen I'm in. Hold on.
I do have a couple of friends that are looking for jobs in the Salt Lake City area that I can point to you if you're interested. You just have to tell me the requirements.
Okay, so the core stacks that we're looking for, of course, is job.net, front end, mobile. That's like the bulk of what we look for. We also have some UI UX opportunities. If you do send referrals and they're hired on and work for us for 90 days, you get $500.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so do you want me to refer them to you directly? I can just forward their resume and stuff, or I can tell them to email you directly?
Yes. And I'll make sure just make sure that they're telling, if you're sending it to me, then of course I know it's from you. And right now we have a movie promotion going on. Let me see what it is. I'm not a movie goer, so I always forget. You'll get free tickets to a movie. So let me see what our movie thing is. I'll send it over to you. But yeah, if we get them on here, they're hired, work for us for 90 days, you get $500.
Hey, that would be, that's nice, I guess. Okay, cool. Could I have the lady's email? I could email her with more specifics of what I had in mind.
Yes, and you can also CC me on it, and I'll let her know that you're looking here. So her name is...
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain about that.
Well, I'm not gonna complain either. But yeah, so the channel's pretty big, so I imagine you might have to like close your inbox for a few days. There's a lot of people that live here in the valley, so I imagine you'll have a lot of hot leads.
I appreciate that very kindly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not basically YouTube is kind of like my job now. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so that's kind of my thing, but. I'm interested in helping other people get dev jobs that haven't had them before. I've had my share now, but now I'm kind of like doing what you do, except with a YouTube channel, sort of. But I'm happy to drive any traffic your way. So I'll send her an email. Is it cool if I record this phone call? Just to use it to show what it's like to interact with kind of like corporate people and recruiters? Just this one. So you're cool with this one? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so a lot of people get really nervous when they call recruiters and they don't know how to talk and stuff, so I always like to record these just to show people it's just like talking to regular people, So, everyone gets nervous, they want to fail the interview and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So, thank you. Appreciate that. I'll send...
Yeah, and then also keep in mind, ideally, we're always looking for individuals with like 2+ years of experience.
Yeah.
Even if they have less, please send them, because then we can always keep them in our pipeline. But just so you know what our targeted, demographic is, what we're looking for is that 2+ years.
Okay, yeah, so 2+ years, and then I have a notepad up. Could you give me the specific jobs that you have? Or just like, I guess in the Salt Lake City area, maybe not like, down in Lehigh and stuff.
Yeah, so we work like a ton of Java shops, .NET shops, and we call it like our front-end scripted practice, focusing on Angular and React, Vue.js, Go. We have a lot of mobile, ideally more focusing on Android.
Okay.
That's our bulk of our bread and butter.
Okay.
Any DBAs and DevOps is another, buzzword that everybody's looking for, but it depends on each client what they're really looking for.
Okay. All right. The range of my channel goes from front end to back end to DevOps to, you probably don't have cybersecurity, but people are interested in that. Just people all around Utah, really.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of cybersecurity stuff yet. I don't know why we don't. We just don't.
Yeah.
Most of it's.
Go ahead. Yeah. It's a pretty niche job. I don't think there's that many positions these days. Like, you just kind of like fall into that role because you need a little bit of everything to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'll send them your way, and I'll let them know what kind of jobs, and I'll send Martha an email too.
Okay, fantastic. And I'll let her know that you're going to be reaching out.
Okay, cool. All right then. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Josh.
All right, see you.
Bye-bye.
You guys over there trying to dox my phone number? Anyone get his number? Anyone? None of you guys got it, and it was all wrong. All right, so this is what you need to do. If you're in the valley, let's see, we'll get you one day. Is this live? Yeah, this is live. This is all live right here. Wrong shirt. No, I mean, I actually saw some good attempts, but none of them got it. Like, I pressed mute on my phone and said it on the thing, and she's like, "What? Hello? Excuse me?" Whatever. So that's one. So if you're in here in Salt Lake City in Utah, hit me up. I'll forward your resumes to her. My email's in the description. We got front end, we got back end. 1555 JOSHUA. That's my number. Give me the link. Who is hiring? You'll work in any city. Some jobs have relocation. So there's like I did a bunch of interviews for this company. You have to do like a test. Like, I really like Danielle. If you see this like afterwards, because I said I had a YouTube channel, you're probably gonna Google this. Hello, Danielle. You said it was okay to record. So, anyways, you guys are in the Salt Lake City. Shoot me your email or shoot me your resume and stuff. Front end, back end, whatever. It's down there. If you don't have 2 years, you'll be in the pipelines. That's not true. I applied for like 3 jobs with her, and I didn't have 2 years experience. So they say if you don't have 2+ years, you'll be in the pipeline, but that's not true. They really don't care. City doesn't matter. Some of these jobs have relocation packages. So if you're somewhere else in the United States, go ahead and shoot me your resumes. If you want to work in Salt Lake City or somewhere around here, shoot me your resume and I'll forward it to her. And then we'll let Martha know that we're doing videos, and we'll see what we can do here. So now I have to like produce like 50 videos to like lower this one down in here. Whatever. All right, so let's call up another one. See what we got here. I'll answer some questions in the side. Sorry, I'm getting kind of carried away. When you make these calls, you should use the platform. Text, yeah. Your current job, low pay, you're afraid you can't get another job. You tried 2 companies, got 1 site on interview. So you tried 2 companies. 2 companies out of hundreds, thousands of companies. Like, you think that your sample size is large, but it's not. Call Microsoft and do what? Call Microsoft and what? Hello, give job, please. If you're not in the U.S., what can you do? Some of them provide visas and relocation. Interns, it doesn't matter if you're an intern, just apply. Anyone hiring remote? Philip, so some of the companies have remote days, but none of them are actually remote. Can I move the text box to the left? All right. Craig, what's up, dude? Brian Simmons, bet. Resume incoming. I don't see any resumes. No one wants to work in Salt Lake City. If you do, I'll forward you to her. Josh finds you jobs. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate you. Bro, is it hard to find a job for an intern? Don't look for an intern job. Remote positions are rare. That's not true. Remote positions are rarely, like, the good remote positions you have to negotiate for. You're like, hey, I really like this job and I like what you're doing. How about you let me work remote 3 days a week? Are you in Discord? Yes. Josh, we need an email. Where do we send the resume? Down in the description. jfluke717@gmail.com. That's my email. If you want to work in Salt Lake City, are they sponsoring H-1Bs? I don't know. She won't tell you the companies. She'll just tell you the positions. If you're willing to relocate and you don't live in Salt Lake City, please indicate that on your email. You need to calm down, Josh. What up, James? This is really difficult to coordinate live. Just FYI. How about you let me work remote 356 days a year? I mean, you'll send your resume once you're a software engineer? Okay. You have a bachelor's degree in MIS. Appreciate the video. Mega Man, appreciate you, man. Any tips for finding a job in Brazil? Anderson Marquez? Yeah, you need to go to Portugal. There's a visa program with Brazil and Portugal. So you go to Portugal, then you get a job in EU. Good to go. All right, we're going to call up another one. I got to find their numbers. Here we go. I think his name is Gene. We got a Nathan, a John, and a Gene. Do you teach coding by any chance or help people who are just learning? I teach code. That's my second job. I teach code on the side at Open Classrooms. I also have a coaching that I do where we do everything besides just code. All right, let's see. See what we got here. Exactly what Joshua said, so easy. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. You're about to move to Utah? Dude up. All right, so Gene hits me up. Can I get your resume in the right hands? Let's give him a call. Let's give him a ring-a-ding. And before he Googles me and just hangs up, I'm gonna have to start being someone else. Like that one lady that we applied to jobs, and she sent me an email. She's like, I see that you're streaming. Very unprofessional. Joke's on you. I don't need a job. Let's see. 4 years experience. No. What else we got in here? Let's check out Eric's proposition. $1 for one push-up? Yeah, I should add that back. Okay, what are some tips that are a must for programmers, like we should start at 18? And what's something you wish you would have done when you were 18 to be more successful? Stop playing World of Warcraft so much. Probably. How many months of studying before you apply to web dev? You need exactly 2 months, 17 days, 3 hours, 46 minutes, and 22 seconds. If you apply before that, you just throw your resume in the garbage. Fardeen, what's up? Thanks for all the help. Just sent you my resume. Cool, dude. Thanks. Is Utah a hotbed for dev jobs? Sarah, yes, absolutely. Looking at moving into more JS stuff, React or Angular is a first. Vue is easiest, React is most jobs, Angular MVC benefits. Send me the company's resume and you'll consider them. Yeah, that's not going to happen because then people are going to dox the shit out of the stream, so no. People will actually believe that timeline. I mean, that's on them. Josh, where are your super cool glasses? All right, we'll do it the real way. You think making an online store like eBay or such in WordPress is good enough for a diploma? What? A diploma? What kind of diploma do you need? Let's see, automation software engineer. Should we call him up? Let's check it out. Is this live? Foxy Basil? Yeah, it's live. Let's see how it goes. So this is in Utah, full-time, 90,000 to 120,000. I'm just going to call them up, and I'm going to say, hey, I got some people that are interested in this position. Is it okay if I forward them to you? Let's give them a little ring-a-ding. Oh, geez, my email's blowing up. All right, so I'll forward you guys to the recruiter. But let's give this dude a call. Josh, you are helping a lot of people. You are a hero. I don't know about that. I'm just trying to get people jobs. Would it be possible to find a job with a diploma? It's possible to find a job without a diploma. Actually, I added NIGHTBOT, so I need to check. FAQ. Does it work? Nope. RIP. How do we send a resume? So send it to my email. It's in the description, jfluke717@gmail.com. Yeah, I added NIGHTBOT, but it's not working. Getting people jobs can make someone president. Don't sell yourself short. I suppose that's true. I want everyone to have a job to realize if that's what they want, or maybe that's not what they want. Maybe they want a job so they can get that paper. Maybe they want a job so they can be a freelancer. I don't know. But the first thing you got to do, regardless of anything you want in life, is you got to work. Entrepreneurs, startup people, you got to get that first job. That is the gateway to unlocking anything in tech. So I got to get you there. Face card, what's up, dude? Charles, where you been, man? What I love about all the streams, I try to acknowledge all the questions. I try. All right, so we're gonna give Eric a ring. We're talking about that automation software engineer position. All right, let's see. In before leaks my phone number again. John, what up? Connor, what up?
Your call is being forwarded.
Boo! All right, next. Let's go back. Oh, we can hit up. We got Eric, Gene, Trent, Noel, Tommy, and Jim. Who do we call? We just called Eric. So Gene, Trent, Noel, Tommy, Jim, Ivan, Matt, Nick. Who do we call? If you guys enjoy the stream, please hit the thumbs up button. I try to engage with everyone. Sorry if I didn't get to your question. It's not on purpose. We're going to call Jim. Jim is the dude who hit me up with like... Josh, where can you find your LinkedIn page? Just look up my name. We're calling Tommy. We got a couple votes for Jim, couple votes. Jimothy. Sam, I like your style. So, let's see. I need a project to get my diploma so I finish college. Do you think making a store on WordPress is enough? I mean, I don't know what your college requires. WordPress is kind of drag and drop. It's not really code. I mean, it is a little bit. Jim Big Tuna. All right, we're going to give Jim a call. This is for a .NET senior software developer, Salt Lake City, Utah, 110,000 to 130,000. Let's give him a ring-a-ding. I swear, if he has the same phone number, I'm done. All right, let's give him a call. All right, here we go.
Hello, you've reached Jim with NetBot Recruiters. I apologize for not being able to take your call.
Blacklisted. Jim was the guy that sent me literally 8 emails. He started off with, hey, check this out, and then started off with urgent. If you go look at my community tab, I wrote about Jim. All right, who else we calling? Let's give Matt a call. Hit up Matt. Senior UI Engineer, JavaScript. Let's give him a call. They're currently... Let's see. Did I miss any questions? Wait, Josh has a bachelor's in mechanical engineering? Yes. And I'm still like pro, you don't need a degree. Because I have one. I'm allowed to say that. And then go look at all the self-taught people who have jobs. You did ask a question? I didn't see it. As a professional for 20 years, you really like what you're doing. Good job, man. Gunnard, appreciate you. Thanks, man. Just trying to help people out. All these people want jobs. All these people think it's really difficult to talk to recruiters and big money. It's not. You're a total beginner in web dev. Is it too late? You asked this because someone told me the market's saturated. Your thoughts needed. Who's someone? Someone doesn't sound qualified, but I would say the market is saturated with people who think that they can code but can't. Self-taught guy with software engineer job. Brady knows. You have a film degree? What up? Holy crap, you did know I had a degree, yeah. Mechanical engineering degree. All right, let's give, this is Matt. We're gonna call Matt B. I think I'm blacklisted.
Hi, you've reached Matt B. Saboteurs. Leave me a message. I'll get...
Who else we got? Like, I know they're in California, and it's only 2 p.m. in California, so what's going on? All right, let's call Caroline. Caroline, what up? What up, girl? That's what I'm going to say when she picks up the phone. I would never blacklist you, Josh. Hey, appreciate you. This is why they're not getting jobs. Because they don't answer. It's President's Day. Bro, it's a holiday. But the first lady answered. So what's up? All right, we're going to give it another shot. I already dialed her phone number. Caroline, please. What up, girl? Let's try it.
Hi, this is Caroline.
Hey, Caroline. I was just wondering about a position that you emailed me earlier.
Yeah, who is this?
This is Josh Fluke.
Josh.
Hey.
Okay, let me pull up the information. What was the position regarding?
It was a full-stack PHP JavaScript developer.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay. I do have one
Do you know
question.
what-
Go ahead.
Of course. I don't, do you know what phone number is associated with the account? I don't think it's the one that you're calling me off of.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's yeah. I was just curious. I had a,
Okay, it's not coming up. I'm not sure. Go
okay.
ahead.
I just had a question. So if I had like some friends that were better fits than I was for these jobs, for these cybercoders jobs, is there any way I can like refer them to the people that that I know for these jobs if they're not like a good fit for me or I'm not looking?
Yeah, the best way to do that would just to be like reply to that email that I sent you and say like, hey, I'm not a good fit, but I CC'd so-and-so. I hear so-and-so's email, or, I hear their cell phone number, like, get in touch with them. And if you do refer me to someone that does end up getting the job, I'm happy to send you, like, a referral bonus depending on, like, what sort of a, pay range I placed them at.
Okay, I have a couple questions. I'm currently in Salt Lake City. I was wondering if you had any remote positions available, because I have a lot of people, or I know a few friends that would easily apply to those jobs.
Got you. I personally am not recruiting for any remote roles, but if you do see something on CyberCoders that is, usually it'll be advertised like in the actual job title.
Okay.
You can read those recruiters, their emails will be listed at the bottom of each ad, so you can reach out to them directly.
Okay. Do you have anything in Salt Lake City? That's what you emailed me about before.
Got you. Okay. That particular role is on hold. They're waiting to get their next round of funding, which should be the beginning of the second quarter of this year, so around April. But that's the only position that I have right now at this time.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll forward my people then.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Have a good President's Day. Bye.
You as well. All right. Bye.
Bye. I didn't say what up, girl, cause she caught me off guard. Obviously, I'm not trying to be a dick, right? She doesn't know that this is live. I don't actually have to ask permission to do this live, because this is Utah. But I don't want to be a dick. Like, I'd rather have a good President's Day. Yo, you know how to get them ladies. Have a good President's Day. Get at me. All right. Let's see who else we got. We got Ivan. Should we hit up Ivan? Say what up, girl, to the next one. We'll say what up, girl, to Ivan. That's how you get hung up on, right? I'm not actually in the business of ruining relationships. I'm more in the business of actually getting you jobs. Do you guys want actual help, or are you just here for me to try and hit on recruiters? Did you hear how depressed she sounded, though? She was like, hello. Yeah, I only have one position right now. It's going great. When the girl searches your name, she'll find this stream. Hey, it doesn't say anything about, like, well, you gotta, how long have you been streaming? 35 minutes? You gotta get 30 minutes in to find that. And I doubt, unless she luckily skips to it. Have you opened your LinkedIn account? How many messages do you have? I don't get that many. She sounded so hungover. Well, I mean, it's Monday, 2 p.m. It's like the worst part of the day for everyone. So she's probably depressed because it's raining. Rip. Michael sent me $1. Michael, take your $1 back. I know Michael. It's not like some rando in the chat. And you guys aren't randos, but I know Mike. He just wants me to do push-ups. Okay. Yeah, don't say what up, girl. Yeah, I mean, obviously we can, like, joke around and stuff, but, like, number one, I don't want to be blacklisted, really, because this is the plan going forward. I would like to make a post on LinkedIn, and then I want to say, hey, I'm currently looking for developers at companies, and I'd like to interview these developers, and if you're hiring, let me know, and I can drive traffic to your company. I think most of you guys that watch this channel are like hustlers. You guys put in the work, and you just, you know what I mean? So they would get better qualified candidates, I think, because the people that watch this channel are wanting to get better, wanting to put in the work. So I want to interview people at companies, and some of those companies are going to be recruiters, and I don't want to get blacklisted for being a dick face. Is Josh a millionaire? Do I look like a millionaire with these blackout curtains? Because I'm not. Definitely not. You would actually make a good recruiter? Ugh, I don't know about that. I like to create stuff. Honestly, I have, like, a better business than a recruiter does, right? Because I'd be like, yo, guys, job, check it out, and then drive people and then get a referral. So that could be good, I guess, but I'm not in the business of doing that. We're going to call Ivan. Now. Sandeep, what up? You're perfect for a job in HR. HR, in a nutshell. What else we got here? All right, Ivan. Where you at, homeboy? Senior full stack PHP. You're working currently for a recruiting firm as a consultant. This is Josh beginning his recruiting agency. Oh, God. Ugh. Say, what up, homeboy? Sure. Ugh. All right. All right, here we go.
Thank you for calling CyberCoders, a leading permanent placement recruiting firm. If you're hiring.
So Ivan doesn't work there anymore. Ask him what set he reps. He's CyberCoders for life with number 4 and then LYFE. All right, who else? Who's next? Nick. Let's hit up. Wait, did we call Nick? I forget. What's the trick to finding helpful recruiters? Well, helpful recruiters invest in you. Yeah, post it up. Matt, is it a dick move if you ignored a couple CyberCoder recruiter emails for positions you're not interested in? You should see my email list right now. Dude, I have like literally 137 recruiter emails that I never respond to. Is web development in demand and does it pay well? Usually you can make like $1 or $2. As far as demand, I think there's like at least 3 jobs. So I mean, might as well just like change careers. All right, we're gonna give Nick a ring here. Caesar, what's up? What type of position do you use? Ansible or other automation tools? I don't use really any automation tools. I teach code more than I like actually code. I like teaching code. I like helping people. I don't want to sit in dev all day. The savage. Web development is doomed. Literally just deliver pizzas. You're very cocky. No. We're just having fun. We're playing around. If I was like super cocky, I would have been like, yo, what up, homeboy? Yo, what up? Yo, what up, girl? Hey, let me get your number, by the way. Have a nice President's Day. Like, I'm not like that. We're just having fun. All right. We're calling Nick.
Thank you for calling CyberCoders, a leading permanent placement recruiting firm.
All right, so Nick got fired too. What about Bobby? Senior full stack developer, and in parentheses it says 1 day remote in all caps. All right, here we go, guys. 1 day remote. This is the best one we found so far. All right. Wait, did I already call this number? No, I didn't. I feel like Caroline is the only one in the office today. That's what it seems like. Do you teach code on YouTube? What about teaching code one-on-one? You really like to learn. Yeah, I teach code one-on-one. Do I teach code on YouTube? That's not really like my thing. There's 900,000 other channels that do code tutorials. I'm more of like, that's great. You guys can learn to code, but if you can't land an interview or communicate with people, it doesn't matter how good of a coder you are unless you want to be a freelancer. But then you got to learn how to sell. You got to learn sales, marketing, all that. And you still have to communicate with people. So communication and learning how to be a dev that can communicate, land a job. What do you think about Android app dev? I think progressive web apps are better. Or the future, at least. It's not very optimized these days, right? You're limited, but I mean it's doable, right? It's still doable. They pay a lot. All right, we're gonna call up Bobby. Bobby, define a progressive web app, like React Native. I'm reaching to you, sir, when I feel like I'm ready. So you're practicing daily. What do I think about web development? It's good. Samuel. What's up, nerd? Here we go. Bobby, don't do me no wrong. His name is actually Bobby June. No shitting. Don't put your personal phone number on your resume. Use an email. If they want your phone number, they'll message you.
Thank you for calling CyberCoders. You've reached the voicemail of executive recruiter Bobby June. Please leave your name, number, and a message after the tone.
See? That's his name. His actual name, Bobby June. You guys think I'm memeing you. This is real. This is legit. I'm not just doing this stream. Why do you think I'm so hyper right now? Because so many things could go wrong. All right. Executive recruiter, guys. Get that shit. Let's see. Courtney. Let's call Courtney. I'm going to have all these 949 numbers in my phone. I'm going to get a call back and be like, hello? They're going to be like, this is some name that I called. So many things can go wrong. Like in the first, where she's like, hey, is your number still blah, 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 blah? And I was like, wait. And then I click mute on my phone instead of mute on the mic. But like she stopped talking like halfway through, so no one got it. So that was good. Like, that's what I mean. Like, hey, is your address still blah, blah, blah? Like, and I forget to hit mute. Like, those are the things that could go wrong here. This is a high risk. To the people who donated, Mike, I'm now at 2 push-ups. Aaron hits me with the 5. Mega Man hit me with the 5. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. So we got $7 for 7 push-ups. You need a dump button with a vid delay? Nah, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I can kind of tell. I got my hand on the mic mute, so it's whatever. All right, we're going to call Courtney. This is a lead Ruby on Rails software engineer position. Cool Fruit, what up, man? Love the vids. Josh's web dev. Jeez. Thanks for the $2, man. I'm 30 years old. I'm 28. So this is Courtney.
You've reached Courtney Hunt, executive recruiter at CyberCoders. I'm currently unavailable, so please leave your name and number, and I'll make sure to...
Is everybody... I'm just going to leave a message that says, is everyone on vacation today? I might do it. All right, here we go. We got a Tyler. Let's call Tyler. Must have day off. But someone answered earlier. What was her name? Her name was Caroline. Caroline answered the phone. If you're out there, you're feeling sad, and you haven't found the stream, Caroline, I appreciate you. Thank you for making the streams day. We appreciate you. Today is a holiday. This is the worst time to be doing this. Some people answered. So, first of all, President's Day in the U.S. is like half on, half off. Like not even. Like this is like 20%. 20% off in the USA. Like most people are like, yeah, it's a holiday, but you know, we don't support that we don't support that holiday today. Like it's just hard mode. This is just getting a job on hard mode. See, holidays, don't let them stop you. This is bad. You were still at your university job today. Family Day in Canada, I consider you my family, Josh. Hey, Sean, I appreciate you. Yeah, there are a lot of holidays in the U.S., and like I know my company that I quit is at work today. Could you make a video on workplace politics and how to deal with it? You don't. You don't deal with it. You just do your own thing. I don't know. It depends on how much you want to move up the corporate ladder, and like this is how you move up the corporate ladder in the United States, depending on how big the company is. But I don't know if you've ever heard of the term gargle, but you need to get real good at gargling them balls to climb the ladder. That's how you deal with corporate politics if you want to raise. Okay, let's call Tyler. Where have you worked? Why would I... What? 949. Did we call Tyler? Just throw it back. Let him in. You'll be all right. Okay. We're calling Tyler. Dylan Israel gave a shout out. Dylan's the man. Master's degree versus job. Obviously take the job. Master's degree doesn't pay money.
Thank you for calling Tyler Ruby at Secretary. I look forward to returning your call as soon as possible. After the tone, please leave
I can't really hear what you're saying, Tyler.
You can also reach me via email.
Tyler, you gotta not mumble.
Have a wonderful day.
Tyler's just mumbling. Dude sounds like anyone from the UK? It's pretty late in the UK. Might as well prank call. We're not trying to prank call. I'm trying to help. We're just memeing in between calls. I'm very polite, actually. Next steps. Hits me with next steps like I'm on some stage 2 of the interview. Josh should rap. Unfortunately, that is not a skill I possess. It's definitely not on my resume. Hey Josh, you know you're web dev. Are there nearly as many opportunities for a dev that specializes in Java and C++? Not really. Oh, dogs are about to bark. The mailman came. Hold on. And this is what happens when the mailman comes. They're not a fan. Alright, hold on. I can't read my screen. Alright, here we go. Remote senior front-end engineer. Brendan. Why are you always trolling? Your dogs are the coolest. They're pretty chill. Josh, you were asked if you're interested in the internship, but there's a little description of the job. Should you reply? You should definitely ask for money. All right, we're gonna call Keith. Any Keiths here? Shout out to any of the Keiths in the chat. Wait, did I call this number? No, I didn't call this number. I'm pretty sure, like, they all have the same phone number. It's just the last 2 digits. The B-roll spots in your vids have been fire. Hey, thanks. I've been trying. I've been doing a little better. All right, Keith. Shout outs to all my Keiths.
Thank you for calling Keith Ellis at Cybercoders. I look forward to returning your call as soon as possible. After the tone, please leave your name, number, and a short message. You can also reach me via email at keith.ellis@cybercoders.com. That's KEITH.ELLIS
We're gonna leave a message. Literally, this guy's spelling out his name. Holy.
Have a wonderful day.
leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
What up, Keith? Hope you're having a great President's Day. I just got an email from you a little bit ago. I think it was like 3 months ago. It was about a remote position.
To send this message, press pound or hang up. To review, press 1. To re-record, press 2. To mark this message, please record your message at the tone. When finished, press pound.
What up, Keith? I got a message from you about a remote job just a little bit ago. It was like 3.5 months, I think. Just wondering if that job was still available. I have a lot of people interested in this, and if you could just give me an email, I appreciate that. My name is Josh Fluke, so it's JOSHFLUKE. I'm sure I'm in your system. I appreciate that remote job. All right, fam. Have a good one. Okay. Keith is going to get a lit message. Oh my God. What has this stream become? It's just like it was a job pretty recently, a remote job. If you guys are enjoying the stream, maybe hit the thumbs up. It's funny because this is what you deal with when you're looking for a job. You get ghosted. Like, they'll email you and they'll take you to like 2 or 3 stages, and then you'll get ghosted, right? You'll just get entirely ghosted. And so it's like, really? Why are you trolling? I have been polite to every single one. But Keith, he's going to have a message that he's going to go into his cubicle, and he's going to be like, guys, listen to this. Listen to what he's doing on President's Day. Like, I'm going to be the guy that's played on speaker, and I'm going to make everyone's day tomorrow when they're back at work and he listens to his messages. Okay? I'm just trying to give them a good Tuesday, which is really their Monday this week. All right, maybe we could call Brooke. Are you subscribed to Pewds? Let's see. You got ghosted on your on-site interview? I literally went to 5 interviews with a recruiter and then got ghosted for 6 weeks. And then they called me back after I got a different job. I turned down other jobs because I was waiting on the offer that was coming any day, and then 6 weeks later. Brooke, I saw your LinkedIn profile. I know that you're a recruiter, but let me recruit you on this date, bae. Not gonna do that. Expect ghosting. Rarely ever expect anything from recruiters. But, it can't hurt in trying. Who else we got? Peter. Let's call Peter. Is getting multiple interviews from recruiter common? That's nuts. I literally had 5. You miss all the shots you don't take. I mean, 50% of the time. Have you thought about streaming on Twitch? It's really difficult to move an entire audience from YouTube over to Twitch. All right, we're going to give Peter Starr a little ring-a-ding-a-ling. Michael Scott. Yeah. All right, here we go. Twitch is not my market. The science and tech has no viewers. Patrick Starr, obviously. You don't have to move audiences, you can build 2 at the same time. Actually, if you take money from both, you'll get banned from one. If you become a partner with Twitch, you're not allowed to stream on YouTube anymore.
Forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 978.
That was not the number I called. All right, we got a Carly. We're going to call up a Carly. You prefer to work remote. I won't even go to an office. I won't even consider going to an office. If you want me to an office, like, you better be paying me big money and you better let me leave after that. Just kidding. I'm not going to work for you. All right, who else? All right, we're gonna give Carly a call here. All right, Carly, don't let us down. Don't let the stream down, Carly. I'm gonna tell her that if she answers. Don't let the stream down. Connor, later, dude. Do I still practice engineering? I mean, I solve problems on a day-to-day, so yes. That's what engineers do.
Thank you for calling Carly back at Cybercoders. I look forward to returning your call as soon as possible. After the tone, leave your name,
Carly.
number, and a short message.
Carly.
You can also reach me via email at carly.bass@cybercoders.com. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Carly, I was just wondering if you still had this job available. As a full-stack web developer in Denver, Colorado. My name is Josh, and you can just look up my email. It's Josh Fluke. And I was just looking for a position in Denver, Colorado, and I think this would be a great fit. Django, React.js, GraphQL, Postgres, 95 to 130K. I think this would be a perfect fit. So I'd appreciate it if you give me a call back. Carly, I hope you have a great President's Day. Oh my God. Almost lost it a few times. Whew. Woo! Carly, if I don't vibe with you, girl, come on now. All right. Convince me this guy is not high. All right, sure. Look at my pupils. I'm fine. Just having fun. We're just having fun. Trying to get you guys some jobs. All right, maybe Michelle. We'll hit up Michelle. Josh gets job, has to fake Lisp for 20 years. All right, the stream is devolving, so let's give Michelle a call. Don't know. Look a little red eye. I have contacts on, and they're kind of irritating. This one particularly is dry. In-person interview Thursday. Still haven't heard a response. Should you move on? Well, Chase, could be a holiday. Wednesday would be good. Is this a usual stream? No. Are all these recruiters going to have crazy voice? Yes. If you get a job offer before college, should you go to college or take the job? Omar, you should take the job and make them pay for your college. All right. We're going to call up Michelle. Here we're going to do it as Herbert. All right, I'm going to try to keep it together. Palm Desert, California, for a software developer position. Poor Carly. Carly's going to have the most hilarious voicemail to show to the office tomorrow. You should get them scheduled back to back and live stream them. Well, they have to answer. Can I get you a job? UK, what's up, man? Normally, we're just having a little giggle today. Thought we'd switch it up a little bit. If she doesn't think that's funny, there's no hope. I mean, who doesn't want a funny voicemail? Michelle about to get next level voicemail though. She's gonna insta hang up. Oh, might as well make it happen. That's cool, Joan. Joe's a good guy. Southern action?
Thank you for calling Michelle Tran at Cybercoders. I look forward to returning your call as soon as possible. After the tone, please leave your name, number, and a short message. You can also reach me via email at michelle.tran@cybercoders.com. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options. To send this message, press pound or hang up. To review, press 1. To re-record, press 2. To mark this, please record your message at the tone. When finished, press pound.
Hello, Michelle. I was calling about a software developer position in Palm Desert, California.
Recording deleted. Please record again at the tone.
Hi, Michelle. I was just calling about a software developer position in California. You sent me an email a little bit ago. I'd like it if you could give me an email back. My name is Josh Fluke, and if you want to, you can go ahead and just shoot me an email. Just shoot it on my way, and I'll be really interested in that position. I know a couple other people will be really interested in that position as well, and I hope you have a great President's Day.
Ugh! I can't! You gotta add the little at the end. That's what sells it. That's what sells it. 10-10. Alright. How can you code with me one-on-one? It's like a personal mentorship thing that I have. Was that Tally from South Park or Herbert? I think that was closer to Herbert. Who else are we gonna call? I mean, I'm just wanting some answers. Only Caroline answered. Maybe Ricky? Ricky is remote. We could check out Ricky. I'm the people who watch this on record. I'm sorry. We're just trying to have some fun, and I'm trying to get you guys jobs, but no one will answer. So they don't know who I am. It's gonna be awkward when Michelle calls me and she's like, "Hello, is this Josh?" And I'm gonna be like, yeah." And then she's gonna be like, "You sound different." I'll be like, "I had a cold."
I had a cold. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. All right, we're gonna give Ricky a call. This is about a remote position in Redwood City. I'm gonna talk like this for the whole thing. I'll just so you guys know.
Mark.
Yeah, I was looking for a Ricky.
For who?
A Ricky. I think I have the wrong phone number.
Yeah, this is the Mark.
All right, my bad, dude. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
That was her phone number. Ricky, she got fired. This is a Mark. A singular Mark. Okay, Mark. We'll call Rachel then. All right, here we go. Oh, hi, Mark.
calling Rachel from the Cyber Coders. I look forward to returning your call as soon as possible. At the time, please leave your name, number, and a short message, and I will reach you as soon as I can. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Hey Rachel, my name is Josh Fluke. You emailed me about a position, Ruby on Rails developer. Not exactly sure. I read the description. I can't read too well these days, but really interested in becoming a developer in that position. I'd be honored if you go ahead and shoot me an email down yonder to my email, jfluke717@gmail.com. I'd appreciate that. But if you want to address me, most of my friends call me J Diddle, but I think that position could be a good fit for us. And I hope you have a good President's Day. All right, Rachel. I look forward to seeing that, and hope I get that job. Appreciate you. God. Cletus. Please no. Holy balls. Alright, so Carly just called me back. Let's give her a call back. Carly was like this, so I just have to talk to her like this. Damn it. Hi, is this Mark or Carly?
This is Keith.
Oh, what's up? Could you forward me to Carly?
I think you called me. I left a voicemail like 20 minutes ago. Were you trying to talk to me or?
Yeah, I just got a couple emails. I'm not sure who I'm supposed to call if I'm allowed to call different, because I get different emails from different recruiters.
Okay. And you said I emailed you, Keith?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you respond to the email? Because I don't have any, like, your phone number not pulling up your resume. You know what email address I sent it to?
Yeah, it was jfluke717@gmail.com.
717@gmail?
Yeah.
And you're...
Yeah, it was like that.
Okay, and is Case Worthy... Looks like he's a boot camp?
Yeah, but I've been working for a few years now.
Okay. And what's your reason for wanting to leave Case Worthy?
Well, just a change of pace, just more responsibility. I was actually curious. So the job that you sent me was for a senior QA engineer, and I know a friend that would love that job, so I was emailing you about that.
I don't think I sent you a role about a senior QA role. I don't have any.
This
QA
is.
stuff. I was looking.
Go ahead.
I was looking for like a senior full stack developer, something that's good experience like JavaScript and Angular 5 on the front end and then Java on the back end.
Okay.
I don't think that that'd be the best fit. I mean, it looks like you're a very .NET person.
Right.
So, but if I find anything else, I'll reach out.
All right.
But I don't know who. I don't know if you go on other emails so much. So definitely, feel free to respond to those emails and see where you might be in the right direction with some of those.
Okay. All right, Keith. Just a quick question. I called just a couple other people. I was just curious. Is President's Day a holiday for you guys, or?
No.
No. So okay. All right. Everyone must be at lunch or something then. Just curious.
Yeah. Do you know who you called? Or?
So I called you and another guy named Justin, but I forget his last name.
Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Without having his last name, I don't know. I was hoping it wasn't a common name, but Justin's pretty common, so.
All right.
Justin Johnson?
No, I don't think so. I have to look. I'm on my phone. I can't. I'll find it and then I'll give you a call back.
Yeah, and just call him too. I mean, did you leave a voicemail?
No. I figured everyone's just off, so I'll call back tomorrow.
Yeah, no, we're working still. I mean, there's 5 Justins in our company. There's Justin Zagala, Justin Givens. You probably won't have met him. Justin Johnson, Justin Walker, Justin Williams. But just keep calling them.
Okay.
We're working today, so.
Okay, will do.
They're on vacation, but I don't know.
No worries. All right, Keith. Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right, bye. Oh, God. So Carly sent me an email. She says, "Hi, Josh." Well, here, let me read it like I did it. "Hey, Josh, I wish you a happy day. Appreciate you. Do you recommend Udemy courses in web dev? Yeah. Shout me out. What is happening? We're just calling recruiters, trying to get you guys jobs." She says, "Hi, Josh. Thanks for your voicemail. I don't have any openings in Denver right now. Not sure which job description you're referencing. If you find it, feel free to reply with it here, and I can let you know what happened, but this sounds like a role that was filled months ago. Hope you have a great President's Day as well." She actually listened to the message. That's hilarious. Oh, man, that's good stuff. Do I still do portfolio reviews? Yeah, I just haven't done them in a while. They get kind of samey. Evelyn, welcome. The voice comes so naturally to you. You know, I used to prank call my mother like this when she'd be at work. I'd be like, "Hello, I'd like to get my hair done, please." And she wouldn't know who it was. My mom does hair. I'm running out of numbers. I think I'll just do some Q&A and then I have to go to the gym. So feel free to drop me those questions. Didn't get ghosted, 200 IQ. I didn't get ghosted. I'm sure she had quite a laugh at that voicemail. That dude is gonna be like, "Did you get a call from Josh?" "Yeah, I got a call from Josh." And then like 4 other people are gonna be like, "Did you get a call from Josh?" And he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I got a call from Josh too. Why does he sound so different, all of these messages?" That's gonna be good. And I'm just trying to help you guys out. Look what I've done. This is why I can't do job interviews anymore, because they just Google this. They just see me here. "Can I give you 2,000 pounds? That's not how you earn money. Any tips for in-person interviews? Got one coming up. Pretty nervous. What happens? What happens when you're nervous? You can actually trick your body into being excited nervous, because your body doesn't know the difference between the two energies. So you can do the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins and count backwards from 5. Do you recommend taking an IT web dev job that's $3 above minimum wage or doing a boot camp? I would take the lower one and then apply to jobs. Rather than a portfolio review, would you consider reviewing a project serving as a flagship piece on a portfolio? If yes, do you charge for a public review? Not really. What methods do you have for building mobile apps? I don't build mobile apps, but you could use like Xamarin or whatever, React Native. Is there a way for a new developer to explain why you chose to make a site using a monolithic? I don't know. Just use HTML and CSS. What do you recommend for backend? Whatever you like. I do PHP. Thoughts on Vue plus Laravel stack? No real thoughts on it. Use it if you like it. Are you excited for the new Chucky movie? Haven't seen it. Yo, man, respect for you. Appreciate you. Josh is moving for a part-time dev job, 24 hours a week. What? Is moving for a part-time job. I don't get it. I missed it. If you're here, maybe hit that like button. Appreciate that. What language do you recommend to learn first as a beginner? For what? What do you want to do? That's the question. Probably JavaScript. Good night. Was fun to watch. It was fun to do. I'm going to get like literally 30 emails from these people. And they're going to be like, "Josh, we don't appreciate you doing this." Okay, that's great. I don't need your jobs. But at the same time, I could drive a bunch of traffic to you. So do you really want to be mad, or do you want that money? Do you want that paper or do you want to be mad? Will you still be doing the streams a few months from now? I do these streams all the time. Fardeen, you've pasted the question 6 times, and if you paste it another time, I'm definitely not going to read it. Have you heard of a glitch site? Wondering if it's commonly used. No, I've never seen it. Next live is going to be finding girlfriends for my subs. So yeah, just give me your girlfriend's phone number and I'll call them up. No, Craig, you answer, Fardeen. You learned basics of JavaScript, HTML. Now what do I need to learn in order to be full stack? You need to learn how to be any stack developer before full stack. You can't become a backend, or you can't become a full stack developer before you do one or the other. You're studying 5 to 8 hours a day. How long should it take to learn the skills? I don't know what you're doing with 5 to 8 hours. 5 to 8 hours is not productivity. Like sitting in a chair for X amount of hours does not mean you're doing productive stuff or spending time on like important things. You want to start your own business like you, but you need to quit your job in the process. Any suggestions for me to move forward? You got to have a way to make income. I have a few different pipelines that I make income. I teach code, YouTube ad revenue, occasional donations on the stream, some referral stuff. I have resumes and cover letter. Is PHP dying or should you learn PHP? Learn PHP. Have a good day. Thanks for the amazing help. Take care. I mean, appreciate you. Caesar says, I support you on the Patreon. I appreciate you, man. Vanilla or chocolate? Can we have both? You need a remote job in web design. You're from Sudan. All right, Sudan guy. Homeboy on Instagram. If you guys don't follow my Instagram, you can go check it out. It's just my name, @JoshuaFluke on Instagram. I posted a picture earlier of a guy from Jamaica who got a job working remotely for a company in the United States, making $50,000 a year, which is 6.72 million Jamaican dollars. It's enough for him to live in the fanciest part of town for a 1,000 square foot apartment for 3 years, or for 3 apartments for 1 year. So it's definitely possible. I think your name was Abar, guy from Sudan. Do you have more chances to get a remote if you say your wage can be lower? They're just going to pay you lower. Your chances are the same, but they're just going to pay you lower. Like before, they were going to be like, yeah, all right, yeah, we'll hire you. And then you're like, wait, I'll take less. All right, we'll pay you less. Do you drink tea? Sometimes. How much do you bench? 240. What's your favorite color? I have a lot of different colors. I don't know. Red is pretty good. Green is pretty good. You want a data science job. You're from Algeria. Do it up. Would you hire a guy who educated himself full stack web dev via Udemy course? I don't care where you learned. I've hired people. I have actually hired people and interviewed people, and I don't give 2 shits what's on your education. I don't care. All I want to know is like, hey, what would you do in this situation? I'm just like, hey, bro, this is the situation where we need to do this thing. How would you approach this? And you can either tell me the answer I'm looking for or not. I'm not going to make you get up on the whiteboard and tell me how to reverse a string, because I know you're just going to type that into Google. Like, this is stupid. And that's good. You do mainly apps or sites? Sites are easy. An app is just like a site that you can actually use. A free EDX course is worth it? I don't really know. Free Code Camp or others using it? Free Code Camp, everybody knows Free Code Camp. Do you drink pre-workout? Yes. The sound that you heard earlier in the background was my dog dreaming. He was like kicking on the floor. Is a degree enough to get in this field? You don't need a degree to get in the field. Can you give us an example of what question you would ask for curiosity? Okay, so these are the types of interview questions that I asked previously at my last job. Can you do a muscle up? Yeah. I said, we're currently refactoring our calendar. What library are you going to use to help create this calendar like this mock-up that I showed? And he was like, I would use Calendar.js. It's an open source library and blah, 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 blah. Like, and he's like, and for this specific part, for this time part, and how I would do the modals here, like this mock-up, I would do X, Y, and Z. Like, that's what I asked. That was one of the questions I asked. Calendar.js. and how he would integrate that into a C# app. As a data structures algorithms guy, what positions are relevant the most? Any? I'm getting emails probably from cybercoders, people, nonstop. Yeah, I have a Discord if you guys want to like talk to me. Do you drink pre-stream? No, I go to the gym. I drink pre-gym. But sometimes I stream before the gym, so occasionally, yeah. What's your favorite anime? Pass on anime. Go for a couple more minutes. You got to get back to work. All right, Caesar. Have you applied for white hat hacking jobs? No. How long did it take for you to build up to 240 bench? Maybe a year. How would you go about tracking a user's profile completion status? I don't know. What did you just say about anime? I said pass. I don't watch anime. Pass on anime. Can your first job be full stack? Your first job can be whatever you want it to be. Your first job is making money for a company, however you do it. How do recruiters get your email? When you post on Indeed, when you let LinkedIn know that you're looking. Let's see, Stack Overflow recruiters can get your email because you sign up, right? You sign up with your email, you have to verify your account. Can you help me out? Which job will provide the most marketable skills? I think you should reverse that question and say, which skills will market me to the most jobs? You have the wrong question there. You're looking for the wrong job when you should be caring about value and your skills. And out of the list that you said, none of them really. Maybe system admin. You have the power of anime on my side. And he screams with like the stick. That's the best vine. Do you think a 19-year-old student could get a well-paid job as a web dev? Yes. Go watch the video I did with Alan. He's 19 years old, has a job that pays $75,000. How long are most boot camps on average? Most boot camps are 3 months. Good boot camps are a lot longer than 3 months. Get this man to 1 million. I appreciate that, Omar. How does a junior dev stand out from the crowd in a saturated market besides a blog and a YouTube channel? Any other way to build a brand? I mean, how do you stand out? You stand out by providing value before you're asked to provide value. So, I mean, who are you going to hire? Are you going to hire the guy that's trying to help people and help other people learn and do X, Y, and Z? Or are you going to hire the guy that works 40 hours and then goes home and, watches Netflix? You're going to hire the guy that's really passionate about what he does. Josh Lawless, loving the live streams. Josh, appreciate you. Yeah, Alan and Mike are both 19. What should you do to start in the cybersecurity field? Start learning how to do CTFs, TN. In my country, most of the web dev jobs ask for a college degree. Does certificate help? No. Certificate is stupid. Any nano degree certificates are dumb. Udemy certificates are dumb. Whatever certificate, it's dumb. They don't matter. No one is auditing that certificate. Literally, your mom could have completed the certificate for you. There is no credibility to a certificate. Nothing. At least in college, they verify that you are you and you're there taking the test, and they make sure you don't cheat. At least that means kind of something. In terms of, you didn't cheat. But a certificate is literally anyone could do it. There was no time frame. Your friend solved it for you. It doesn't matter. Certificates are stupid. Can you link the video? And it's on page. Via. You were able to finish your degree, but you're super passionate about web dev. What language do I recommend you focusing on? So there's two ways you can go about this. You can join the crowd and learn JavaScript, or you can go backwards and try to get the jobs that no one wants, like Ruby on Rails and PHP, and then get your foot in the door and get that low-key job that no one wants to take because they're like, oh, those languages are dying. But really, you've taken a job that no one wants to do, but now you got the stamp on your resume, which is the most important thing. So you could take a legacy job like PHP, Ruby on Rails, rather than just going on React. Like everyone's like, oh, React is hot, and then boom. How do you go from 75K to 100K as a developer? You ask. How old are you? I'm 28. Don't you think you can be passionate about something and still allocate time for whatever else it is you want to do during the day? Wouldn't you allocate time to what you're passionate about? I mean, that's what I do. Via, that's what I would do, you know, like, what if you don't have the balls to ask for a raise? I should just make that a thumbnail. Don't have the balls, can't get 100K, question mark? I'll just make that a thumbnail. See how fast people click that. See how fast I get demonetized. So basically, this is what you do to get a raise. You list out in bullet form everything that you've done at the company and its benefit. So if you made some piece of the app and it brought the company more money, some value, something, if you bullet point out what you've done at the company, and then you go to your boss's office and you say, hey, this is what I've done at the company, and this has brought a lot of value. I think that I'm providing more value than I'm compensated for, and I would like to discuss a raise. I can't help you if you don't have the guts to do it, though. Do you have any suggestions for researching boot camps? Yeah, don't go to one without a guarantee. And don't go to a shitty guarantee. Like now, more and more people are doing guarantees, and now there's like actual shitty guarantees. So now you have to sort through those. Something about gargling too, maybe. Would you quit if your boss doesn't give you a raise? I don't know. Do you got something else lined up? You could just be bitter at him. Or you could, so there's a couple options. Maybe you are asking for a raise and you don't actually deserve it. Or maybe your boss is a douche and he doesn't want to give you a raise. And so there's two options. You can either be bitter or you can be better. Or you can go get a different job. Francisco finally could join one of the live streams. Welcome aboard, Francisco. Are you a web developer? I do lots of things. Title doesn't matter. Learning Python, but you feel stuck asking yourself, which one should you really dive in? What do you want, a job? What do you want? Maybe JavaScript would be good. What's your take on hackathons? Good for networking. Good for a project to put on your portfolio. You could show that you worked in a team. Could be good. Anility, I love you, Dad. Appreciate you, Anility. Appreciate you. Brian, what up, man? Answer Emmett question. I don't see it. Proud of you, son. Appreciate you. Node or PHP? Both. You guys are like, you guys keep asking me this classic question, this or this. Do both. I promise, like, one thing that's like really difficult in this language might be easier in this language, and then you can take the concepts and be like, oh, that's how it, okay, syntax difference, I got it. It happens a lot. You're happy for you that you can invest all your time being productive, but you don't think you have something you're passionate about enough for it to conquer your life. Am I in the wrong field? Yes. I do a lot of things. That's the thing. I just do things. I do, like, there is no job that says, all right, we're doing live streams where we're doing recruiters. All right, we're making videos on how to quit your job. We're making, like, there's no job for what I do, and no one wants to pay me for this. And then number two, I don't want to make you money. I want to make me money. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to make your own job. You got to figure out how You don't have to, like, stop looking for jobs that you think you'll like and just create a job that you want to do and then figure out how to make money. So there's, like, you know, there's more ways to make money than have a job, which is what everyone wants in the first place. Like, at the end of the day, everyone just wants money, but this happens to be a way to get a lot of it. How did it take to build your curriculum? What? Are you finding a job? We called a whole bunch of people. We called like 10 people. How do you call in? There's no call-ins. I was calling people. Best web dev on YouTube. Love the videos. Keep up with the good work. Tony, I appreciate you. What advice do you have for someone going for cybersecurity? What's your take on the field? Field will be growing. Field will definitely be growing. Security is something that developers should look into. I think that would give you a one-up. I'm going to make a video about security and how you should learn that, how it could like level up your resume compared to everybody else. If I could get a response from Bill Gates on Twitter DM, what would you ask him? I don't know. I don't really know. Don't really have a whole lot of questions. I mean, he's pretty transparent in his Melinda Gates letter, whatever. I read that. That was pretty good. Watched all those videos. Favorite type of coffee? I don't drink coffee. I just don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of hot drinks. And I know I'm a web developer, so everyone assumes I drink coffee, but I don't. What do developers in offices do for fun, on breaks, etc.? So it sounds like you're more interested in the fun part of the job than the job. Oh, you sound like me. I don't know. It depends on the job. At my job, we had nothing. We would go sit in the break room and talk about how someone got fired or how a customer is really angry. I don't know. You're looking into Dev Mountain in Lehigh. They don't have a job. They're highly reviewed and recommended. Is it still worth looking into? Rando, I went to Dev Mountain. Do not go to Dev Mountain. It doesn't have a guarantee. Don't go. I actually had a one-on-one conversation with the guy at Dev Mountain. And he was like, hey, we hear that you think Dev Mountain's not headed in the right direction. And I said, yeah, because you need to add a guarantee. Because you're not competitive. There's other people that are taking out like $20,000 college level loans here. And you're not providing a guarantee when there are like 19 other places here that are. And he's like, well, students don't take the curriculum as serious if we add a guarantee. And I'm like, get out of here. Don't go. It's been bought out twice. It's been bought out by Capella Education, which is basically ITT and DeVry, and we all know that's bullshit. And then it got bought out by Strayer University, and we know Strayer University is also a for-profit institution, which is also bullshit. And so Dev Mountain is now owned by them. Or, yeah. What about Bottega or, well, I don't know. So you got a couple options here. I would maybe hit up vSchool. vSchool, Helio, DevPoint teaches Ruby on Rails. Don't go there. Probably Helio or vSchool. I mean, they're probably pretty mad that I'm saying that. And the thing is, I went to Dev Mountain, and I voiced my issues. No one cared. I actually, I asked if I could mentor there, and they told me to take a hike. They asked if I could write a blog for them, and I said, oh yeah, I'm happy to write a blog for you about my experience there. And I said, will this be compensated in any way? And they said, no. And I said, all right, I'm not writing a blog then. So I actually tried to help them, and they basically just told me to take a hike. And now that I have 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, they're like, shut this guy up. Shut him up. Please tell me more about the Jamaican guy working remotely. You're from Jamaica too, and you're next. Hit up the dude. He's in Discord. His name is Playmaker. You got an opinion on 1099 versus W2? I myself am more of a 1099 guy, but actually I have my own company, so I pay myself a W2. However, 1099 allows you to do your own taxes. That's a good benefit, so you can write off a lot of stuff. but you have to pay 15.3% self-employment tax on everything that you make, unless you have an S-Corp, in which case you can make a distribution to yourself and only pay income tax on that. Otherwise, you have to pay 15.3% self-employment tax, which is Medicare, social, Fed, state taxes, and income tax. AMA about business. Hey Josh, second year CS student, had classes in Java, Angular, Python, SQL. Think I could land a decent job before you graduated? Roger, yeah, of course. You're a front-end dev working in custom WordPress agency. Probably give us a link to the taxes you just read. I'm just reading. If you want to, this is what's on my screen. Literally, this is my screen. Here. Not reading anything. Just looking at OBS. How'd you learn how to do taxes? I read a lot. I learned about S-Corps. I learned about corporations. I learned about LLCs. Did you know if you're an LLC, yes, that removes the ability for people to sue you. They can only sue your company. However, if you're a 1099 and you're just a sole contractor, if they sue you, they're suing you in all your shit that you own. And if you get an LLC, they can only sue the LLC and whatever it owns instead of you. And then if you get an S-Corp, you can make distributions to yourself and kind of cut some of the self-employment tax. Whereas if you're just an LLC, you have to pay 15.3% self-employment fee, which covers all the regular taxes and stuff, and income tax on 100% of what you make. So as an S-Corp, if you make $100,000, you can pay yourself a salary of $50,000, and then you only pay 15.3% self-employment tax on that and income tax, and then you can distribute the other $50,000 to yourself and only pay income tax. So you save yourself roughly about $13,000 a year having an S-Corp. I'm an S-Corp because there's really no reason not to be. But you need to be making roughly $33,000 or more a year to get the benefits of an S-Corp, because it costs too much to file payroll taxes otherwise. I like talking business. Anybody want to talk business? I like making money. $5 from Roger Williams. Appreciate you, man. S-Corp. 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 So you can make an LLC and file as an S-Corp. I know no one's here, right? But like, don't you guys want to like save money if you make money? So if you're like a freelancer or a contractor and you're just an LLC, you're paying 15.3% extra on everything you make. And that's like, why? What does take a hike mean? It means go away. Could someone with only HTML and CSS get a junior dev position? Probably not. Don't you have to pay taxes quarterly with an S-Corp? You have to pay taxes quarterly if you're a freelancer. And if you're not paying quarterly taxes as a freelancer, Uncle Sam is coming. And he doesn't bring lube. Be my business coach, please. I'm not allowed to give legal advice. I'm just allowed to explain the factual situations of the different filings. Essentially, you have to pay quarterly taxes on everything you make. LLC, sole, contractor, taking side cash. You have to pay quarterly taxes. If you expect to owe more than $1,000 in a year, you have to pay quarterly taxes, which means you have to estimate what you're going to make every 4 months. And so that's how that works. So I myself am paying quarterly taxes on March 15th. That is when quarterly taxes are due. That is when I will be paying taxes. If you're a freelancer and you haven't been paying your quarterly taxes, you're going to get hit with those fees, boy. You should do a business stream. I don't know who would show up. We could talk about making money. We could talk about optimizing your tax brackets. We could talk about business write-offs. We could talk about all kinds of stuff. I'm not an advisor, but like, I didn't just jump into YouTube. Like, I read a whole lot. How much can you make before you get Uncle Sam's attention? Elliot, I think that you're asking the wrong question. You don't want to you don't want to play that game. Elliot, if you play that game, Uncle Sam is coming, and he's not bringing lube, and he's bringing like a pineapple. Okay, so you don't want to play. How much can I do before I get caught? Don't do that. Just pay your taxes. That's the privilege. Paying taxes is a privilege you get for living in an organized society, my guy. If you're okay, this is the real talk. If you're worried about taxes, you're not making enough money. You should definitely do a business stream. Oh, there goes my cam. That's right. Yeah, so business talk is only relevant to North America for me, right, in the US. So I alienate some people watching. Love watching the videos from France. Gloria, welcome. You're looking for a position in digital marketing. First job after your master's. Is having HTML, CSS, JavaScript a plus in marketing? Absolutely. Also, PHP would be good. And WordPress. Thoughts on Tesla revealing their patents? It's a good move. If Tesla reveals their patents that they have, it means the other car industries can take their patents and improve on it, and then Tesla's just going to take whatever they improve, and they're just going to reverse engineer whatever the other car companies have done. Because they've already, like, you know, I don't think Elon is like, he's just like, here's what we're doing, guys. We're going to make it open source, and then other car companies are going to take it, and they're going to be like, they're going to spend lots more money that Tesla doesn't have because it's Tesla, and then they're going to reverse engineer it. And then Elon's going to be back ahead. Any book recommendations for entrepreneurship? Yeah, so I got a bunch of books on entrepreneurship. It's my favorite. My favorite thing about being an entrepreneur is, like, there is no job for what you do. Everyone thinks entrepreneur is like live in like private jets and stuff. Like, there's no job. There's literally no job when you're an entrepreneur. You have to make your own. It's your job to make money, and however you do that is your job. There's no title for what I do. So when I went to my accountant, they were like, "Hey Josh, what do you do?" And I was like, I do digital content, but I sell stuff, and I have like some teaching that I do. Like, I'm a consultant digital there's no title. So people are like, "What?" Is HTML email a good start? I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, so you asked about the books. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. So there's a good book I read, 6 Months to Six Figures. It's a clickbait title, but the book is actually good. That's not an entrepreneur book. Cashvertising is good. Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. Unscripted by MJ DeMarco is the best book I've ever read. It described how I felt about life perfectly when I was at a job. F.U. Money by Dan Locke. The Entrepreneur Mind. That's a good book. Any tips on how to start affiliate marketing? Yeah, so the main bottleneck with affiliate marketing is that you have to have traffic. If you don't have traffic, you don't have anyone to click your links. So then you have this weird thing of you have to spend money on marketing to drive traffic so that they click your affiliate links, but then you have to balance that out, because are you spending too much money to drive the traffic and you're not making enough money back? Like, are you spending, you know what I mean? So like, basically you need a brand. So right now I have like a brand, right? So if I'm like, "Hey guys, go check this out," now I have the attention of X amount of subscribers and they just go. I don't have to pay for that. I get to skip the marketing bullshit. Brand is everything. Especially if you want an e-commerce or digital online business, brand is everything. Otherwise, you have to pay money to a marketing company to drive that traffic for you. But if you can just do it yourself, you get to skip it. And to do that, you need a brand. No 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. It's kind of an older book. I've read that book. It's all right. I mean, it's just kind of like, outsource your work. leverage global arbitrage in terms of currency. Hey, that's about it. He doesn't really talk about corporations or what you should look for or different types of index funds that you could invest in that have a passive return, mutual fund types, stuff like that. You skiing at Park City, yay or nay? I don't know how to ski. I can water ski. It's not the same thing. You've binging the videos. You're really into coding at the moment, web development mainly, and you think it can be a plus for a lot of jobs. Of course it's a plus. If you can code and that's not your like main skill, but you can do it, hey, now they don't have to hire somebody else. Will you ever feature anything on interaction design UX? Would like to see. Yeah, I'd like to do that. Do you invest in QuickBooks or software to track your taxes? I have an Excel sheet. I track it myself, and then I have accountants. I pay like, I don't know, like $300 a month for my accountants to do my stuff, so I don't ever gotta think about it. Because then you have to file payroll taxes yourself. You have to pay it by the deadlines. You have to fill out like 900 forms because you are paying yourself as a separate entity from your company, even though you own both technically. So it's like, yeah. 10X rule is some guy being like, work 100 hours per day and you'll be successful. Nah, 10X rule is by Grant Cardone, and the whole point of that book is to say, if this is your goal, you should make this goal 10X higher, because your chances of achieving this 10X goal is kind of low, but the chances of overachieving your original goal is really high. So if you set it, this is like your main goal, like $300, and you should instead change that to be $3,000. And so chances are you probably won't hit $3,000, but you'll probably hit maybe like $1,500. So you're way over your initial goal, but not quite to the 10X. So that's the whole point of the 10X rule, is just stop, like whenever you have a goal, consider it for a moment and then times it by 10. That's the 10X rule in a nutshell. The real secret to happiness is lowered expectations. Actually, I would say the man who wants nothing is the happiest man. The man who wants only what is and what he has is the happiest man. How are you helping us find a job today, Josh? Well, so I've been streaming for about an hour and 50 minutes. And, yeah, so I called a bunch of people already. We called like 9 people, left a bunch of messages. Tomorrow's going to be, I'm going to be blacklisted. And Grant Cardone's Obsessed or Be Average is really amazing. It's all right. Any thoughts on working as a part of a big team compared to smaller ones? I like smarter ones. So you're like half businessman, half programmer. I don't know. You have to be. If you want to be self-employed, you have to be businessman. And then whatever else you do is whatever else you do. I don't have a title. There's no title for what I do. I'm not like specifically a YouTuber. I have an e-commerce website. I have like affiliate marketing that I do. I have like outreach that I do to companies. I have coaching that I do where I personally talk to people, teaching code, and then editing videos, freelance editing videos. I do so many different things. There's no title for that. I just make money. You're a graphic designer here and you get insight from me. Hey, thanks, man. Hope something helps. If your current job could have you coding without hiring more people, in addition to your current work, how would that be factored in your current pay? Well, you should consider the responsibility increase, and you should look on Glassdoor for part-time developers of whatever it is that you've agreed to do for that company. You were here at 20,000 subs. I appreciate you guys. I'm curious to know, when did you guys subscribe? If you remember how many subs I had, it probably like, oh, just yesterday you were at like 1,800. I know it probably feels like that to you guys when you're just like, you see me in your feed, saturating your feed. You're like, Josh, stop making videos. But for me, it's like, you know. You have 10 plus years as a graphic designer. Does that help in getting a job as a dev? Maybe as a front-end dev. Maybe as a product manager / dev-ish, maybe. 30,000 subs? Since 12K? Nice. 3 months ago? I think it was about 3 months ago when the video that I did the interview with got like 500,000 views. How would you go with starting your own startup? So it depends. Do you want to bootstrap yourself as an individual, or do you want to take venture capitalist money, or do you want to take angel money? or do you want to borrow money from a friend? So that is the question. So when you say, how do you do a startup? You can do a couple things. You can find venture capitalist firms, in which case you need a deck. And a deck is like a slideshow, and that's when you pitch your deck to the investors, like Shark Tank, like a group of investors, and you say, hey, this is our idea. This is the problem that we're solving. You have to say, this is the problem that I'm solving. Because if you don't, they'll dismiss you, like they did to me. Because I sat down with a venture capitalist. This dude had like millions of dollars. He just had millions of bucks, and I was like so insecure. I sat down, I was like, oh, this dude's drinking a coffee that I bought him, and he's got like 38 million in his bank account right now, and I'm about to pitch him my idea. And he told me to go away. He said my idea. He's like, you're not really solving a problem. And I was like, yeah, but it's a good idea though. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to give you any money. So you can either figure out how to make money and be profitable without taking money, unless you need lots of people to be able to do your job. Of course I bought him coffee. What are some of your goals? Have you redlined yet? I'm not red. I'm not in the red. I'm in the black. I don't lose money every month. I'm profitable. I'm comfortable. Best online boot camp or school? Obviously, I'm going to say Lambda. Lambda school. How would you write your elevator pitch? How would you write it? You just pitch it. I would start off with, this is the problem that I'm solving. This is the amount of people that it affects, so your audience. And then you should say, that's how you would go. This is the problem that I'm solving. This is how many people it affects worldwide every year. And this is how I'm fixing that problem. This is the amount of money that I need to create these things. Red lines mean crossed out goals. Okay, red lines means that you go into debt. You're in the red. So like my niche right now, right? It's technically my business is like, you can be a great coder, and there's 900 million ways to be a coder, 900 million coding sites. Hey, learn to code, and just stuff just keeps popping up all the time, right? But that's not my niche, because you can learn all that, but if you don't know how to get a job, it doesn't matter. So that's the problem that I'm solving, showing people how to get the jobs the real way, because no one talks about it. Everyone's just like, what is the apply? That's my niche. What is your main source of income? I don't have a main source of income. I have many different incomes. If you want to be rich, have many different incomes. I'm not rich. I'm just saying. I got YouTube, teaching, coaching, affiliates, products, e-commerce, ads. What else? Lots of stuff. I can teach all of you how to build a brand. I can teach you how to do exactly what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a course on that. And I'm going to sell it. Like literally everything I know, down to like how to edit videos, the equipment you need, everything. Should your skill set be mid-level, full stack to compete for jobs? No, just apply. Do you still consider that idea pitch, the millionaire shot down, a good idea? Yes. The idea that I had, all right, somebody wants to steal it, but all right, it's not about, so people are like, I don't want to tell my idea, someone's going to steal it. That's bullshit. It doesn't matter. Like, here, this was the idea. The idea was, imagine if Udemy were to implement a way to get you to complete your courses and then turn that into store credit. So they charge $15 per course on Udemy, and if you complete it, you get 20% of that money back that you can put towards another course, right? So you reward the students for completing the course, because how many of you guys have like 900 Udemy courses at 1%? Like all of you. I do. And so you could either choose to donate that to somebody, like Udemy could offer like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a scholarship for people. And then you could choose to use some of that 20% that you get back to donate to that scholarship. You know what I mean? Like, so an online way to learn. Why would I should pitch that to Udemy? You know what Udemy would do? They would just implement it. Why would I even try? They would just literally just implement that. Anyways, that was my idea. To motivate people to complete their courses by giving them a percentage of their money back and being able to donate that into the ecosystem to people that can't afford it but want to learn, or donate it to the teachers that you think are exceptional, right? So you pay $15, you get 20% back. If you really love the teacher, hey, go ahead and give 20% of that, give it all back to the teacher with just like a little slider, right? You slide it up and down. How much do you want to keep? How much do you want to donate? And you slide up and down like 10%, 3%, like tipping sort of. So that was my idea. He told me I'm not solving a problem, I'm just adding a gimmicky utility. And how do you get in contact with a venture capitalist? You just look online for venture capitalist firms in tech and then call them. And the thing was, I looked at some of the companies that they invested in and they're garbage. But that's the only one that was, yeah. Are you planning on starting your own online school with scholarships? Actually, I do have my own online school. It's grindreel.academy. That is the school. I'm going to be adding a whole bunch of courses there. And then I'll be doing like some giveaways and stuff and all kinds of stuff. What course did you do at Lambda? I didn't go to Lambda. It's funny, the CTO of Lambda was my bootcamp teacher. It's hilarious. The CTO of Lambda School was my bootcamp teacher at Dev Mountain, and now both of us are just like, Dev Mountain is bad. The GitHub class was good. I think it was short. It was good. I mean, it's supposed to be. It was supposed to be short. If you're interested in the courses that I have, they're all free, right? So grindreel.academy, that's the website. I have one free GitHub course, how to use GitHub and GitFlow. So you can add GitFlow to your resume, like put that as a skill. Everyone's like, oh shit, he knows GitFlow, and really it's just like order of operations and like. What did you need the money for? The millionaires. I needed the money because ingestion of media is huge, and so servers cost. I was going to quit my job to do it, so I have to pay my bills. I was doing it with 2 other people. I was going to pay them. So setting up a backend to ingest video media and converting that to a server that people could watch and scaling a database for that many users is expensive. That's what I need the money for. I had it all out in a list for him. What were you doing before development? I had a mechanical engineering job. You thought coding was full of doing math? Nah, maybe machine learning. Yeah, links in the description. It's just grindreel.academy. Have you ever done a subtree merge in Git? No. It's very... No. Yeah, I mean, the course is free. The GitHub course is free. So you can just go there, take that. It's just like a trial, right? So you guys can tell me if my class is like garbage or not. You know there's aspartame in that Diet Pepsi, right? Dude, it tastes so good. Shrewakin wants to know, do you drink or do the 420? No, I don't. What was your favorite, most memorable project that got you your first dev job? It was some, I don't know. It was like some lifting app. It was some workout app that like, it was called Lift Friendly or something. It wasn't very good. None of my apps were very good. But that's not what they cared about. What's your opinion about crypto? I don't want to talk about it. It's not good. I used to love crypto a year ago when it was good. Now I'm just hodling. Hodling forever. So crypto is kind of like up and down, give and take. But blockchain's gonna be around for a while. Crypto's come and go every day. Just hodl for life. think about C++ from jobs point of view, there's not that many modern jobs doing it. Did I hear about the view counter bug? No. Crypto is volatile and just speculative. Well, there's some use cases for it, such as people living in poorer countries, or not poor, well, poorer countries. There's a lot of use cases there. What do I think about micro? Skylar, I can't answer the question because the stream will get demonetized, regardless of what I think. I'll tell you what I think, Skylar. You do you, and that's okay. You're not hurting anybody else? You do you. Software dev instructor at Code Academy. You've got some of my students watching you right now. Appreciate the content. Eric Couch. What up, man? Where are you at? Welcome aboard. Hello, I guess, to all your students. Appreciate you. Let me know if you got questions about software development. I just try to keep it real. Are you really searching for jobs for subs, or is it a clickbait? No, I really did. I actually called like 13 people earlier, left them a bunch of, oh man. That's crazy. What happened to free speech? There's free speech. It's not illegal, but you know what matters? I got a mortgage to pay, and so having the stream monetized matters. How to be confident as a man. What? I think you should say how to be confident as a person. And to do that, that comes from within. You gotta start your day off with I am, enough. Why would that demonetize you? Because they're very careful. What is your advice on spending more time on side projects versus maintaining a high GPA? Side projects win over GPA 100% of the time. If you gave me a resume and some other dude gave me a resume, I'm gonna look at your projects first. I don't care about your GPA. I'm gonna look at what you build, and I'm gonna scroll through and be like, holy crap, this is cool. Let's talk to this guy first. So you're gonna get priority. You look in the mirror and say, you're a legend, my son. Do you ever consider uploading your YouTube content to Steemit to diversify my income stream? So I'm not sure how many people would take to my content on Steemit, but the people on Steemit are very inclusive, right? So if I just cross-post my YouTube to Steemit, they don't like that. They like you to write for Steemit and Steemit's audience alone. Like, you have to be like, hey, Steemit, I'm back. Like, it would just be a cross-post, so they don't like that. You have to be in that community. Dudes on CS majors put their coursework on their resume. It's so sad. I mean, they don't know any better, right? They're on Reddit. Reddit is just a hive mind, circular. You can't contradict Reddit. I'm an old soul. Probably. I skipped a lot of the whole party thing, the whole college scene. I skipped all that. Don't really feel like I missed out either. Does a resume project have to be correctly written, or does only the visual side? I mean, it depends on what kind of job. If you're applying to a UI job, the visuals matter. If you're applying to a back-end job, they're going to be like, yo, what is this code? You copied and pasted this like 10 times? Don't do that. How do you learn what resources... What? You need in order to build something, say a chatting app. So if you wanted to build an application, we could start the research process. Maybe I'll make a video on this, Shuriken. That's a good question. Let's say how to get started in building an app rather than just an idea. Okay, so for a chat application, or what you're looking for in this term is a real-time chat application. So for that, you would need Sockets. Sockets is a well-known library for using real-time interaction. You can update maps live, you can chat live, you can have private rooms, you can have public rooms. Sockets is really popular for that. So you would type in real-time chat JavaScript on Google and would come up with Sockets, and you would look up Sockets and how to integrate that into your app, and then you start looking at the documentation and you just try the get started pieces. Just bare minimum get started pieces, copy paste that into your app, see if it works, and then move on from there. What language to work with crypto? JavaScript? You want, what is it? What is the Ethereum language? Solidity. I made a video on how to make your own coin in Solidity if you want to watch it. It's probably outdated now though. Give a shout out to your Canadian viewers. What up, Canadian viewers? How do you get a job that is not full overtime? Well, you just negotiate that. You're like, hey, I know you're hiring for this. I was wondering if I could do 410s, or I was wondering if I could reduce my hours because I think that I'll be able to do this job in X amount of time. But you're gonna have a hard time doing that because they're gonna be like, why do you want to quit working? Because we have more work to give you. So that's the thing with a salaried job is it doesn't matter how fast you work, they always have more work to give you. You remember in middle school, they'd give you busy work just to keep you busy, and it doesn't matter how fast you finished it, they just give you more work. That's a salary job. So take that for what you will. Negotiate up front if you want a part-time job. Croatian viewers here, if you even know where Croatia is. Yes, Croatia is down there by Macedonia and all that. And yep, it's on the coast. Croatia is a beautiful coastline. It's great for tourism. Game of Thrones castle is there. Do you ever get a personal trainer for the gym? No. Whenever I go to the gym and I see a personal trainer, most of the personal trainers are like more out of shape than me. And I'm like, you're gonna train me? You're gonna tell me to do something that you can't do. So that's kind of how I take advice in general. If you're taking advice from someone who isn't doing what you want to do or has been where you want to be, why are you listening to them? What is grind reel? Grind reel, the whole point is that I'm in this weird meta position where I'm documenting how I'm doing my business stuff and I'm making videos about how to give other people a job or grow their brand or whatever they want to do. So, have I ever been to Dubai? No. The autodidactic life, kind of, yes. So if like you want to be a bodybuilder and like your trainer, you know what I mean? So just like don't watch what people do, not what they say. Two hours, 10 minutes, 55 seconds. I've been live for a really long time and I still have to make a video today. Well, probably come out tomorrow at this point. 5 o'clock, it's gonna be late. So I'm gonna keep writing my script on accessibility and then I'm gonna start filming that. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow or later. I'll give a couple shout outs before we leave. If you're here, I appreciate you. Thanks for all the donations today. Thanks for hanging out. PHP versus Node. Do both. I appreciate all you guys. Jacob, Diego, Juju, Mega Man, Mohammed, Shruikin, Clinton, PC Express. Who else? Zach, Moman, Fardeen, Eric, all you guys. You guys are the best. Do I have a mentor? Nah, I don't have a mentor. People that inspire me? Well, I have a lot of people that inspire me. Casey Neistat, Gary V, Peter McKinnon, lots of people. Matt, The Guy or Die, Nev, Dubstep Warrior, Gloria, appreciate you. I don't have a mentor. I don't know how to find a mentor that knows exactly what I'm doing. I think I'm just kind of like paving the way here. There's no one in my niche. I don't have a mentor. I have people that I talk to in the different niches that I am interested in. Like if I want to learn how to do film, I have a friend that knows how to make really good films. If I want to know how to code, I ask my dev friends. If I want to know business, I kind of figure that shit out myself. John, DevOps. Who else am I missing here? I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for hanging out today. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the video or tonight in the video, whenever it comes out, and then we'll do another live stream. Maybe we'll follow up, or we'll do like a stream where you guys can call in again. That was fun. Those are fun. Oh, yeah, that'll be good. I appreciate you guys. I'm out.